Hey folks, Ted from Immersion here, and this is a news-related video, but I just want to take a quick moment to say I'm sorry for the lack of content that's been coming out recently. As I'm sure most of you know about this whole OGL situation, it's just really been a big draw and a sap on creative energy. Like, I'm not really sure what kind of videos I should make. Like, I do want to still continue to support my friends and everybody out there making third-party content, and I will continue to do that. But, it seems odd to do coverage of things like, I don't know, I've been doing a playtest of the one D&D Rogue. And do I even want to make videos talking about what happened in the most recent game where we did that playtest? Like, I don't feel like I want to do that anymore. I'm not sure, though. Top 10 videos, right? I was set up to do a top 10 top 10 magic items for the Blade Singer. Should I still? So I think one of the safest things that I can still make content of and it can come out and it can happen naturally and it'll still feel right to me is news. So that's what this video is about. It's about this weird situation about the video games being canceled at Wizards of the Coast. So if you're unfamiliar, about a year ago, I actually made a video on it, a very short video, but after a Hasbro investors meeting, Wizards of the Coast, it was basically after the whole big shift, like Wizards of the Coast is going to be taking over digital gaming. It was going to be Wizards of the Coast and digital gaming. So Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and basically video games. And shortly after that announcement, about a week after, they made a article or put up a Twitter posting and all this that Hidden Path Entertainment was going to be making a massive third person RPG set in the D&D world. And I was very enthusiastically excited about this because I thought that sounded pretty cool. If we go ahead, you can see, I won't really play the video, but here is the video that I made a year ago talking about it. And I was really excited because I love D&D and I love video games. And the amount of high-quality D&D video games that are out there most of them, honestly, are usually older, right? We're talking things like Baldur's Gate 2. We're talking things like Neverwinter Nights. There hasn't really been a great recent version of a video game set in the D&D world that's done well. I do think Baldur's Gate 3 was done well and is done well. We'll talk about that in a little bit here. But a Bloomberg article came out on the 3rd of January in the afternoon or in the evening here, written by Jason Schreier, who is a renowned video game journalist here, and said, and technology journalist, right? Says Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast, best known for D&D, has canceled at least 5 video game projects as it scales back its ambitions in the industry. Wizards of the Coast is still, quote, committed to using digital games, end quote, a spokesperson said in a statement to Bloomberg, adding that the company has, quote, made some changes to our long-term portfolio to focus on games which are strategically aligned with developing our existing brands and those which show promise in expanding or engaging our audience in new ways, end quote. Now, I can't help but wonder if the placement of this announcement, does this have anything to do with the OGL? I don't think so. But could this have some greater implications due to the whole virtual tabletop they're trying to build? Possibly. Fewer than 15 people at Wizards of the Coast will lose their jobs due to the shift and will be given a chance to apply to new roles within the company. 15 people? It says fewer than 15. That could be 14. That's not a small amount of people. At least they are giving them the opportunity to bid out into other jobs within Wizards of the Coast. But they more than likely, I'm assuming, brought these people on within maybe the past year or so to work specifically on this digital gaming side of things. And then, whoop, nope, never mind. Sorry, we're cutting you loose. But the reorg will land hard for several independent studios, again, such as the Boston-based Other Side Entertainment and Bellevue, Washington-based Hidden Path Entertainment, both of which are working on games for Wizards of the Coast. The company also publishes the popular card game Magic the Gathering. It signed contracts with several game makers and built at least 6 of its own game studios, which is true, in cities including Austin, Texas, and Montreal. So far, the video game results have been mixed, right? Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance was received poorly, but one of the year's most anticipated video games is Baldur's Gate 3, made by Belgian studios Larian Studios. And that is, people are very excited about that. So I'll be honest, I think I actually own a copy of Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance, and I just have no interest in playing it. Maybe I should play it now and see if things have improved. Would you guys be interested in seeing me take a trip through I keep saying Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, but it's Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance, just to see, because I know it was supposed to have DLC and include like magic users and stuff. And I wonder if any of that ever happened or if they just scrapped any kind of follow up with DLC content after the fact. I'll be honest, the critical and fan panning of this game made me basically have no interest in playing it. However, on the other side of it, Baldur's Gate 3, I think, has been handled exceptionally well. I've actually met with a handful of the folks from Larian Studios in person, and they're great, they're passionate, they're willing to take even feedback from someone like me who doesn't really, is not like a video game streamer. I had feedback and things to say, and they actually like took notes from what I had to say about the game and things that they could possibly adjust. And I will say, while the game has been in early access since 2020, it has always been stated as being in early access and has been doing nothing but improving both the quality of life of the game as well as adding new features and things to it, which has been very exciting. I've actually been doing an on-again, off-again stream here on YouTube of it. Playing as the Paladin was the newest race added, or the newest class rather, added to the game, and I very much enjoy the Paladin, so it's been a lot of fun. It says the growth of Wizards of the Coast has come alongside difficulties at Hasbro, whose shares fell 40% last year as higher prices led to lower toy sales. The company also canceled an internal project codenamed Jabberwocky and 2 other external games that were early in development. So I think the thing to take away from this is Wizards of the Coast has continued to grow, but Hasbro, the parent company as a whole, has had, is in the red with a 40% fall in shares. So this is, again, things like other toys, basically, outside of just Wizards of the Coast, meaning Magic the Gathering and D&D. And then, again, there's also these other 2 projects that were canceled. There were several other articles as well. Here's a CBR article also basically saying the same thing. But what becomes the most interesting thing about this is this article came out from Bloomberg by Jason Schreier on the 3rd of January. Then we get 2 days later, and almost exactly 2 days later, Hidden Path Entertainment puts out a tweet that says, "Hey everyone, just wanted to set the record straight. Our epic D&D project with Wizards is still happening. In fact, we're currently hiring and looking for talented people to join our team. Check out our jobs." You click this, it'll show you they're hiring a handful of different people here, right? So I think I accidentally closed the link, but what I wanted to show you here is if we go, come on, let's see, we'll search Jason Schreier because I closed it by accident. I think this is him. Nope, that's the wrong one. How do you spell his last name? Schreier. How do you spell it? Sorry, I screwed this up by closing the link by accident. Here you go. I think this is him. Yeah. So again, reporter at Bloomberg. If we were to scroll down, you'll see he has this tweet right here. Basically, again, he releases the article saying that all 5 games are canceled, including Hidden Path's games. Hidden Path says, "JK, no, it's still on." Jason follows up and says, This is a very unusual and very unfortunate situation, but we stand by our reporting." Both a source and a Wizards of the Coast spokesperson told Bloomberg on Tuesday that Hidden Path's D&D game is canceled. So they say it's canceled. Hidden Path Entertainment says, "No, it's not. Everything's fine." And then he says, "Actually, no, it is. We spoke to people and confirmed." And then even Ajit George of Radiant Citadel fame has, "Have you talked to your source and the WotC spokesperson since you put out this tweet?" And he says, "Yes, I have." The spokesperson reiterated that the game is in fact canceled. So what is happening behind the scenes at Wizards of the Coast? Okay, we know there's this weird stuff going on with the OGL. We've gotten no statements on that. Then, a news outlet, Bloomberg, right? This isn't even like it's like a one-off. Like if I wrote a news article, we're talking several. Comicbook.com, The Gamer, Game Informer, Bloomberg have all put out this article that 5 games have been canceled. Hidden Path Entertainment says, "No, it's not. It's all good." And then the person who wrote the original article says, "Actually, no, I confirm it is apparently still canceled." So what's happening? Is Bloomberg and Jason Schreier wrong? Or have they actually canceled the Hidden Path Entertainment game and then WotC not told Hidden Path that in fact the game is canceled? We shouldn't be finding this out over a series of tweets. These should be well-documented things. So like today on the 9th, Monday, are we all of a sudden going to find out that Hidden Path Entertainment is in fact closing? Not closing, but is in fact not working on this game? Like, why is so much time passing without us getting any information? Um, so yeah, and this actually, yeah, it came out originally that they were going to cancel the video game projects. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Let me know about the couple other things I mentioned at the start. Would you still be interested in seeing top 10 magic items for the Blood Hunter at this point? Um, Again, like I said, I'm going to still continue to try to get in some streams of Baldur's Gate 3 if I can, because I am enjoying playing through it. But where do you think we stand on this video game thing? Who do you think has the truthful situation? Is Wizards of the Coast actually canceling this Hidden Path Entertainment game? Or was all of the news outlets lied to and they actually are going to keep the Hidden Path game, but everything else was canceled? Who knows? Be sure to keep an eye here on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't, all that good stuff. I will be, keeping my eye on what kind of news is coming out as time goes on here. We'll see whatever happens, we'll go from there. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.